Welcome or welcome back. If this is your first time here, my name is Catherine. I work as a military dog handler for the Danish Defence, and this is my first video back in quite a while, because life has been doing what life does sometimes and throw your curveball. So, last time you saw me was with H back in probably October or November. And sadly, H had to be put down very sudden, very quickly, from basically one day to another. And that was back in end of November. We are now mid-March. So, you know, it's been a while. And I really had to work through it and digest it, but you know, it had to be done. It was for his own good. But, you know, sometimes it's out of your control. And in this case, it was out of our control. So, now, I have a young pup. She is almost 10 months old, and her name is Gaia. I did rename her, because her name was Gerda, which is like an old Danish name that I did not like whatsoever. So, Gerda, Gaia, kinda sounds the same, at least for a dog. However, Gaia sounds much more beautiful, in my opinion. So, I got her when she was almost 7 months old. She has done no training up until, you know, I got her. She got her x-rays and her puppy test at 6 months, and it all looked great. They get this test of bravery or environment and all sorts of things when they become 6 months old, and she did excellent. Hi! So yeah, I have a puppy, young dog. She has had her first heat. It was a mess. They are getting spayed in, you know, here, because it's a big distraction for the males. So it's not something I have decided. It's the rules when you have a female in, you know, this type of work. But yeah, she's not very far ahead. She is really good on her tracking. We are slowly removing some of the treats from each, you know, footstep. That's a good stretch. Oi! Biting work, she's progressing very nicely. It's not her strength, but she is improving every week, which is what's most important. So yeah, it's, you know, back to basics again. I'd love to show you all the fun tracking and stuff we could be doing, but you know, she's not there. So instead, you're just gonna get the basics, and hope you'll settle for that, because I can't really do anything about it. So she does great with other dogs, so that's a plus. She has adapted very well to the cats at home, so that's also a plus. And all in all, I'm just very pleased with her. She's very sweet. A little bit bigger for her age and the fact that she's a female, but she still weighs around 27 kilos, so that's a good size. And hi! In case you were wondering, she is training to become a patrol dog. But we don't have any certification tests until she's like a year and a half. So around December, maybe January of next year. December this year, January next year, we'll see. So yeah, no stress. So welcome back. So, tracking. This is where I'm gonna place her. And usually when you're learning a new dog to track, I'd start my track there. But I'm teaching her to having to search for the track. So I'm just gonna start my track next to it. So she has to lie there and then search here and find it. And then I have her food. And then I'm gonna place some food in, this is difficult, in each of my footsteps. And step on it. So she is searching the footsteps, she's searching the scent, and then being rewarded for following the scent. That's about it. And I think I'm gonna end the first track maybe down by those trees. It's not very far. And then I'm gonna do 1 or 2 steps to the side. Yeah. So if you have a dog that's like to be in a hurry, you can kind of make a hole with your heel in the ground and put the treat there, and the deeper the hole, the better, because then they really have to search. And this is moss, so it's great. But we did have quite a bit of frost last night, so the ground is a little bit hard. But then it kind of helps them to slow down a little bit when they're searching for their reward. So I haven't done one of these in a month, I think. So it's good to kind of go back a little bit. You can kind of see there. And there. And it's not gonna be very long, this track. So, just put out 2 tracks, and we're gonna search the second track first, since it's more beginner friendly. I did make some holes in the ground with my heel, place the treat as you saw, and that technique can help some dogs to slow down when they're searching, which is kind of what we want. I at least don't want a dog that's just gonna, fly away on the track and then potentially miss items or corners or turns, whatever. The second one has, which was the first one I put out, has 2 turns, and there isn't any treats. Well, there is treats, but there's not a treat in each footstep. And hopefully in time she learns that, okay, there wasn't any treat in this footstep, but what if I search the next footstep, because my experience tells me that there might be. And that kind of keeps them motivated. And then eventually she'll get to a footstep with a treat. So on the track we're gonna search as track number 2, there are between 2 and 5 footsteps at a time with no treats. No more. Yeah, to keep her motivated and to teach her to keep on going. So yeah, I hope it makes sense. It's not very easy to explain in English when it's not your first language. Anyways, I'm gonna sit and wait for a few minutes and then search in a little bit later. It's not gonna be like half an hour yet. We're just waiting for like 10 minutes maybe. So, yay! Super. Fint. Dygtig geil. So that went really well. The first type of track she was searching, the one where I'd made holes with my heel, has really done wonders for her pacing. It's definitely helped her to slow down a little bit, which I like. I do want my dogs to pull a little bit on the track so I know they're on the track, but I don't want to be dragged on the track. So very happy, also very happy with the other track. I'm very happy with how she continues to search despite the fact there aren't treats in every footstep. So it's starting to warm up a little bit. It is gonna be around 10 degrees today, so that's very nice. It's lovely to finally feel that first spring heat or spring warmth again. Anyways, let's find something else to do. So, it's a little bit later in the day. It's a bit warmer right now. It's very nice actually. We just did a quick biting session with another co-worker, and he has been following her since she was 12 weeks old, and is one of the co-workers who It's helping me with the biting, and he likes what he sees. She's improving really well, and I think she's improving really, really well. So, you know, happy days. Yeah, I'm just out walking her. And then I'm gonna eat some lunch, and then afterwards I think we're gonna do some back at the ball, back at me, you know, basics. That's what we're doing. Maybe have her lie down by a coin, locating the coin for me, getting treats, stuff like that. Very basics, but you know, that's life with a young pup. I'm excited to see how far along she is in a year's time. It's gonna be fun. I'm mostly excited for us to be able to walk those really long treks like I did with Hachi. Hachi and I did about almost 2 kilometers, anywhere between 1 and 2 kilometers trekking in a forest, and the ground was changing, and it was joy. It was so much fun. But for now, shorter treks, lots of treats. That's how they learn. Is that it? closing in on the end of the day. So I think I'm gonna end the vlog here, the day here. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Welcome back once again. I think my goal to begin with is maybe one video every other week. We'll have to see. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like, subscribe. Just have a beautiful day. Bye.